All right, happy Halloween, everybody. We're starting chapter 4, and it's going to be all about triangles. And remember, triangles are three-sided polygons. And today we're going to just really quickly classify triangles by their angle measures and their side lengths. And then tomorrow we'll actually use the triangle classification to find angle measures and stuff. So we've talked before about acute angles, right angles, and obtuse angles. And now we're just going to apply that to triangles. So acute triangle has all three angles are acute. And remember, acute means less than 90 degrees. So I want you to try to draw a picture of an acute triangle. And to me, this is really, really hard to do. Let's see. Acute, they all have to be small angles. So I'm going to say that's my acute angle. Okay, a right triangle, we know, well, a right angle has 90 degrees. So a right triangle has one 90-degree angle. So an example would be like this. Okay, so we have an acute, we have a right triangle, and then we have an obtuse triangle. An obtuse triangle, we know obtuse is an angle that looks bigger than 90 degrees, that is bigger 90 degrees. It's actually between 90 degrees and 180 degrees because it's possible to have an angle in geometry at this point for triangles that are as over 180 degrees. So an obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. So if you just connected these, that would be an obtuse triangle. An equiangular triangle, equa kind of sounds like equal, and angular kind of sounds like angle. So this literally means all the angles are equal. And we'll talk more about what that means in class. So all the angles are going to be equal to each other. Okay, so there's 4 different answers when I want you to classify triangles by their angle measures. So again, this is all about how big those angles are. These are all smaller than 90 degrees. This one triangle has one 90-degree angle. This triangle has one obtuse angle. This one right here. And this one, equiangular triangle, has all congruent angles. If you want to classify triangles by side lengths, there's 3 possible answers. Equilateral, again, equa kind of means equal. Lateral is talking about sides. So equilateral triangle has 3 congruent sides. An isosceles triangle has 2 congruent sides. And a scalene triangle has no congruent sides. So if I drew a triangle like this, and I didn't put any tick marks, then no triangles are the same. No sides are the same. Okay, so this first page, it says for number 1, classify triangles by angle measures. So since I'm talking only about angle measures, that means I want it to be either acute, obtuse, a right, or an equiangular. Those are my potential answers. Okay, so triangle BDC, I'm going to highlight for that for you guys. BDC is this angle right here, this yellow one. And we know that in this triangle, we have this angle right here is 100 degrees. That's an obtuse angle. Since it's an obtuse angle, that makes this an obtuse triangle. If I wanted to look at another triangle, let's say I wanted to look at the whole thing, triangle ACD, let's see. I know that in the whole triangle, this angle is 80 degrees. I know that this angle is a right angle, so it's 90 degrees, and I know that this angle is 10 degrees. Since it has this right angle, it's going to be a right triangle. I want you to try to do number 2. And the last thing we're going to talk about in the video is it says classify triangles by side lengths. So side lengths, there's 3 potential answers. It could be equilateral, which means all the sides are the same. It could be isosceles, which means 2 sides are the same or congruent. And then scalene, which means none of the sides are the same. So for 5, it says classify triangle EHF. So that's this, EHF. That's this triangle right here. And in the picture, they tell me that this side length is 12 and this side's 10. And since that one has a congruent tick mark, that means means this side is 10 as well. So since we have two sides that are both 10, two sides that are congruent, this is going to be an isosceles triangle. If I wanted you to look at this smaller triangle, HFG, let's say this one. Well, what do I know about the side lengths? Again, just the side lengths. Well, I know this one's 4, this one's 11, and this one is 10. Since none of the sides are the same, this would be a scalene triangle. I want you to try to do number 6. Tomorrow we'll finish the notes. We'll finish the backside in class. And fun fact of the video, the world's largest pumpkin weighed in at, wait, I don't want to pin it. What is it? 18. Oh, come on, pin it. I don't want to pin it. I'm not on my Pinterest. Oh, let's see, 1,872 pounds. That's a big pumpkin. This was 1,872 pounds. Yikes. That's a big pumpkin. Huge jack-o'-lantern. Have a happy Halloween. We will talk more about triangles in class. You should know the 7 different ways to classify triangles.